I'm just kind of starting off my day, my work day at least. Had a pretty good day so far today. Took my boy to the first day of school today. That was real early in the day, real early in the morning. And then I came back, crashed out, went to bed. I woke up like around. I got home from school, and then me and him kind of just stood in bed, cuddling and watching like Roblox videos or watching YouTube videos, and just hanging out. And then finally, somewhere around 7, I decided, hey, it's time for me to get to work and make some money. What up, Lit? And that's about it. Just making sure that my boy's first day at school went really well, making sure that he had a good fun time at school and that it went good. And then when he came home, of course he wanted to spend some time, and we just ended up hanging out until like about 7, and then 7:30, and then I just left my house a few minutes ago. But I'm about to spark up the app today, guys. I'm trying to make some extra money. I am trying to buy a new car. I'm trying to buy a second car, actually a third car. I got this Toyota Camry. This is pretty much my car, and it's my wife's car, to go to work with, and we use it to pick up the babies. 4 years, ever since when COVID ended, was the last time the Porsche was running. So I also have to make some money to get the Porsche running, and probably once I get that Porsche running, I may keep it, I may sell it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the Porsche, but for sure right now I'm trying to save up some money to get a second car. And that's what I'm out here doing today, trying to get a second car, hang out with the 2K community, talk about the game I love, and just hang out and chill. Make some money. And guys, before I start talking about 2K, and this is 2K related. Yesterday, from yesterday's stream. What up, True? Wait up. Lover? Wow, that's a unique name, Turtle Lover. Never heard of a name like that before. What's up, my dude? In yesterday's stream, somebody wanted to say, and it was Winter Bear, and I love Winter Bear. He's a really nice guy. It seems like I've only met him recently, but a really nice guy, a part of the 2K My Team community. He seems like a really nice, considerate type of dude, really thoughtful type of dude. He puts a lot of energy and effort and time into his comments, and he's always leaving me like huge comments in my comment section. Never anything rude, always well-mannered comments. And yesterday he left a comment saying that, hey, didn't agree with me saying that when you have to grind out 2K26 for 20 hours a week to get 450,000 VC from my career, or you have to grind out 20 hours a week to break down event pieces to complete the MT method. Which I'm going to say, to each their own. If you want to stay home and do that with your 20 hours, maybe you got some spare time, maybe you do it during the weekend, maybe you do it when you're off work or something like that. But if that's what you want to do with your spare time, that's great. That's, it's however each individual wants to spend their life and spend their spare time. But with me, I don't want to sit there, and to me that's being a slave to the game. When you're just sitting there earning virtual currency for a video game that you could only use that virtual currency in that one game. That's all you could do. It's just virtual currency. It's video game currency. Where if I come out here and I work an extra 10, 15, 20 hours in the week, and I put in some overtime, or I put in some extra work, whatever you want to call it. I guess I'll call it just OT. I guess some overtime. I don't even consider it overtime because I only work about 40 hours a week. There's some weeks where I even work less than 40 hours a week. But whatever you want to call it, I'd rather just come out here, what up, FOMO? What up, GG? What is this? Tina, what up, Tina? I'd rather just come out here and make some real life money instead of spending 20 hours on a game in a mode that I don't like playing my career for 20 hours and grinding out 20 hours of my career throughout the week to get the 450,000 virtual currency coins you need. To be honest, guys, To me, I find that being a slave to the game. I'd rather come out here where I could work 20 hours, and in those 20 hours, I'm probably gonna make at least $200 to $300. And I'm not saying that part of that money doesn't go to like back into my hobbies, like playing my team or buying basketball cards. Like this year, I'm trying to work on getting every Victor Wembanyama rookie card there is out there. You need money to buy those basketball cards. You need money to enjoy the hobbies that you find enjoyable and pleasurable in life. There's a lot of comic books that I still like to collect and read, and you need money to buy those things in life. I like to take my little boy out whenever he wants to go out somewhere, or he's into Roblox, and he's into collecting a lot of toys. You need money for those things in life. You know, those are his hobbies. I need money just for his hobbies. So no matter what it is in life, you're always gonna be a slave to something, because we all have to go to work. We all have to go to work, put in a day's worth of hard work, and put in a day's worth of hard work to earn a living. So for someone to say, hey, Indy, by you having to go to work, you're being a slave to 2K. No, I'm a slave to money. I'm a slave to money because everything in life requires money. Thank you so much, Little. How you doing, Little? Everything in life requires money. Whether you want to, like I said, my three main hobbies is my team, basketball cards, and comic books. But let's say if your hobby is going to the movies every weekend, you like to see the newest movie and you want to see the newest blockbuster movie. Well, guess what? That's going to require money. So it doesn't really matter what your hobby is. Everything in life requires money. For you to buy anything, for you to enjoy anything, for you to do anything, for you to pay your bills and get the necessities in life paid for, like bills and food, it's going to require money. And I'd rather come here to work where I can earn money, real life currency, that is not only going to pay for the necessities in life like bills and food, but is also going to allow me to pay for the things I find enjoyable in life. It's going to allow me to play my team and spend money on it without feeling guilty and bad because all I did was spend some spare cash on it. It's going to allow me to buy a comic book that's $300 to $500 and not feel bad about it because I'm spending my spare cash on it that I got from like Uber or DoorDash or Uber Eats or Lyft. Or like if I want to buy a Victor Wembanyama rookie card and it's $50 or $100, I've got the spare cash that doesn't come out of my bank account, doesn't come out of my check-ins or savings, and I can spend it on that card and not feel bad. So when I'm out here doing like Uber Eats, I've already put in a full day's worth of work doing regular Uber. And I'm only doing something like Uber Eats so I can stream with the audience, hang out with you guys, talk about the things I'm into, talk about the nerdy shit I'm into, like comic books, basketball cards, conspiracy theories, my team, video games. I do that so I can come over here and stream with you guys, hang out with the community while I'm also killing two birds with one stone. I'm also making more extra money. I'm making some, what I call spare cash, spare loot that I can spend on my hobbies. Whether that be, my team, or if it's basketball cards, or if it's, comic books, or me going to the movies, whatever it is, it's me making spare cash for those type of things. Now, do I ham it up sometimes and be like, hey guys, today I'm out here, I need $100 to get a Hall of Fame box? Yeah, I completely ham it up. And it is true, sometimes I'm out here just to make the spare cash that I need for the Hall of Fame box that's $100, because $100 is a lot of money that I'm not going to take out of my checking or my savings, and I'd rather go make and earn the extra spare cash and then be able to buy that Hall of Fame box after maybe 3 to 4 hours worth of work. And it's also one thing Winter Bear said was that, hey, it seems like so much work. My gosh, Winter Bear, if you think that this is the definition of hard work, then you don't know what hard work is, my man. Because there's a lot of other jobs out there that are really difficult, like manual labor, like being a construction worker, being a brain surgeon, something where you got to rack your brain, being stuck in an office all day and constantly having to deal with stress of an office life. So that's not me. I'm working a really easy, simple job. I do this job whenever I want. I do it however many hours I want for as long as I want. And it's real easy. It doesn't get any easier and any simpler in life than just picking up people and dropping them off, or picking up food and just dropping off food. It doesn't get any simpler than that. So I really appreciate your concern, Winter Bear. He was like, oh, you're getting in and out of the car, out of the hot sun. And I'm a Florida boy. I've been living in Florida since I was a teenager. So I'm completely used to the heat, and I'm in a well air-conditioned car. My car is a 2024, and it's completely well air-conditioned. It's a brand new car. So the air conditioning is kicking in here. So to say that, hey, you're a slave to the game because you have to go to work to earn the things, to earn the money so you could buy the things you want in the game, it's a really, it's a stretch. It's a really, I don't want to say it's stupid to say that, because everyone's entitled to their own thoughts and opinion, but it's a stretch to make that comment and to validate that comment, because it's not that hot out here. I'm in the AC the whole day, and all I'm doing is picking up food, getting out of my car to get the food, getting back in my car, driving to the destination, getting out of my car again, dropping the food off, and then getting back in my car. That is not hard work. If that's your definition of hard work, Winter Bear, then you got something coming to you when you got to get out there and get a job and start earning real life money. And I don't know what you do for a living, or how old you are and stuff, or if you're in school right now, or maybe you're in college, or maybe you're really young and mom and dad are still taking care of you. But and that's another thing. If you're a teenager and you're playing this game and you're like 15 years old and you don't have a yet, and your main priority and your main focus is just school, and then you have time to sit here and grind out 450,000 VC and do the MT method. So if you're just a kid, this doesn't apply to you. But to the adults, most of the time you have to work a job, and you have to pay real life bills and necessities that need to get paid, and other priorities. You can't just sit home and grind out my career for 20 to 24 hours to earn 450,000 VC, virtual currency, for just this one game. You don't have all the time in the world to sit there for 4 hours and break down GOAT event pieces. So, and to me, I don't know anyone that would rather do that for, like I said, the VC method in my career, it takes at least 20, maybe even 30 hours to complete it. It takes a whole week for sure. Even you can go to Carlo on Carlo221 on Twitch. He does the VC method every time. Ask him how long does it take to grind out 450,000 VC, and he's gonna tell you it takes me the whole week. So that's not how I want to spend my week. I'd rather be able to just go to work, get the money I need, which is $100. Get 450,000 VC. $100 takes me maybe anywhere from 4 to 5 hours to earn out here. How you doing? I got an order. And then I go home 4 to 5 hours later, and not only do I have the money for thank you so much. You have a good day. Appreciate it. And 4 to 5 hours later, I've got the $100 I need, plus I got gas money for the car, and I've got money to do other things with. So I'd rather come out here, work a 4 to 6 hour shift, have money for the game that I love to spend, I love to spend on it a little too much, to be honest. And then also have money left over for other things, necessities like gas, food, other hobbies of mine. Instead of spending and wasting, to me, 20 hours of your week, 24 hours of your week playing my career when you don't even like to play my career just to earn 450,000 VC. That's when the game starts to feel like work, and that's when the game starts to feel like a job. And the same with the MT method. I don't want to break down GOAT event pieces for, 3 hours for each GOAT card, and if you have more than one, you're going to be there for anywhere from 6 to 8 hours to break down 1 or 2 GOAT event pieces. I know this because in 2K25, I did it with the audience, and I streamed everything, all of it, every minute, every moment, I want to say, mind-numbing second of the the MT method. I did that last year with the audience when we broke down GOAT pieces. I had to break down 5 GOAT event pieces. I think I was streaming for like 12 to 15 hours, and all I did was break down GOAT event pieces. So that's also very time consuming. And again, in those 15 to 25 hours of doing things like the MT method or the VC method, I could easily be out here making $100 to $200 in that same time frame, in less of a time frame. The MT method, like I said, it takes at least 3 hours to break down one GOAT piece. In 3 hours, I could come out here and make $100 and be able to buy the Hall of Fame box that I want instead of just making 100,000 MT, which is nothing. It doesn't buy you anything in the game. So I would say that spending more time to earn MT and spending more time to earn VC, which is just virtual currency that you could only use on my team, is a waste of time compared to going to work where you could actually life money, just buy the things you want in the game, and then also have money left over to buy other things you find enjoyable and pleasurable in life. You know, you could do other things. You could have other moments, other experiences, moments with your family because you took them out someplace. It doesn't just have to be that you devote and dedicate your life to playing my team and you dedicate 15 to 25 hours out of your week just to make some virtual currency that you could. If you're breaking down GOAT event pieces, you can't do nothing with 150,000 MT that you get from breaking down one GOAT event card. If you get 450,000 VC that you've earned through my career, you've spent 25 hours doing that throughout the week when you could be at work. If I go to work for 25 hours and I put in an extra 25 hours at work or something, I'm gonna make fucking $300 to $500 within that same time frame. Not only am I gonna fucking be able to buy the 450,000 VC I want in my game, in my team, I'm gonna be able to do a lot of things. I'm gonna be able to buy things for my son, put money away into the bank. You can't put virtual video game currency away in your real life bank account. So there is no way as an adult that you can justify wasting 25 hours of your week, of your life, earning virtual currency when you should be out there working like a man and making real money. What's up, Elijah Robber? Or Elijah? You are the fourth Elijah. I know Elijah Gaming, Elijah 2K, and now Elijah Harbor. But watch out, with a name like Elijah, Heat VIKE is more likely to come into this chat room and say that you're my son on a burner accounts. So watch out. I always warn people with the name Elijah. Heat VIKE does his investigation and he'll try to see and track if you're the same Elijah Gaming, my son, my 8-year-old son. He'll try to make a connection and a correlation between the two anytime he sees the name Elijah. But I love the name Elijah. I think it's one of the most beautiful Bible names ever. But hold on, guys. So that's what I'm trying to say, is that with the time that you're wasting and spending earning MT and virtual currency VC, like I said, it takes 25 hours to earn 450,000 VC in my career, and it takes about 15 to 20 hours to break down GOAT pieces. By the time you do that, you can just get out here, get a side hustle, do some Uber, some Uber Eats, some Lyft, some Dash. Get out here, make the money that you need for the game, that you want to spend on the game. You're gonna make extra money. You're gonna $100 and then some, and you'll be able to do other things in life you want besides just playing my team and dedicating and devoting that much of your life and time to the game. You know, 25 hours out of the week is a lot to dedicate to just grinding VC in my career. Breaking down GOAT event pieces takes 3 to 4 hours a night. That's a lot of time where you could be doing other things, spending time with your loved ones, your family members, with your girl, with your kids. Again, you could be out there working, earning a living, and then whatever you want in the game, you could just buy it and then still have money left over to enjoy other things in life. If you want to eat good, you know, so I'm never gonna agree with the people that say, oh, I would rather not work and just sit at home and earn the 450,000 VC virtual currency. It's only going to take me 20 to 25 hours of my life in my week. I'd rather do that. I think that's not being a productive human being. That's just not. And I know 2K wants that. It wants nothing but for you to sit there and devote and dedicate your whole life and all your time to the game, and sitting there doing mindless things, like mind-numbing things like the MT method and the VC method, or staring at the auction house all day and sniping. But that's a waste of time and a waste of life. It's a video game, and it's a video game that's meant to be played, and play the games on it, not just sit there and work MT and VC methods, which are very time consuming, very time tedious and boring. The game is meant for you to earn MT, but it's really meant for you to, like, if you want something in the game, you got to buy it with VC. So it's meant for you to buy it with your real life money. And that's just the way my team is. But I want to say thank you to Winner Beer for that comment. It really did make me think. And again, I'm glad that he was really concerned about me saying, hey, Indy, given the hot sun and you're getting in and out of the car a lot, you're a slave to 2K. Again, I'm not a slave to 2K. I'm not going to sit there and dedicate and devote my life and my time to the game. I'm a slave to money just the way everyone else is. I'm a slave to consumerism, like Kanye West says. I'm a slave to the fact that I want to be able to buy nice sneakers. I want to have an Air Jordan collection. I want to have the biggest comic book collection ever. I want to have all the rookie Victor Wembanyama cards. There's just so many things in life that I want to buy besides just spending my time on and dedicating and devoting it to MT methods or VC methods. I want to get out there and touch grass and make money for real life things, other things that I need in real life. I can't spend 20 hours a week or 24 hours a week dedicated and devoted to the VC method and grinding out my career in a mode that I don't want to play. When I get home from work, the last thing I want to do is go back to work, earn virtual currency, and play a game mode that I don't like playing or enjoy. That makes me feel like I'm going back to work. I want to get home and play the mode I love, which is just my team. I just want to walk out and play that. So, I just wanted to say to Winter Bear, thank you for the concern. And I just wanted to clarify a few things. And like I said earlier, if you think this is hard work, then your definition of hard work is misconstrued. This job is not hard work. I'm just getting out of my car, picking up the food, putting the food in my car, driving to my destination, getting out of the car, dropping the food off, back in the car, sitting down, driving around. So I really do appreciate the concern. And the weather is really nice. I usually don't start until the evening, until about 6, 7 in the evening. So by that time, it's usually not in the 90s. It's usually like falling down to the 80s. So I'm not constantly getting in and out of the hot sun. But as a Florida boy, I'm really used to it, and I'm used to the heat. But thank you again for the concern, because getting a heat stroke is no joke, and it happens a lot in Orlando. A lot of people pass out from the heat. So I really want to say thank you for the concern. But and while I do ham it up a lot and be like, hey guys, I'm out here today making $100 so I can get the VC. It's usually, I'm not only out here just to get the VC, I'm out here for gas money, I'm out here for other necessities, other priorities, other hobbies of mine. I'm also out here making money for those other things at the same time. Like I said, I like collecting basketball cards. I like collecting comics. I like going to the movies a lot, so it's always for other things also. And right now I'm out here working to make some spare cash so I can get home and rip maybe $20, $30 worth of packs. But I'm also out here now because I got to get the Porsche out of the garage. I got to get the Porsche fixed up, and I got to sell the Porsche because I'm working on getting a second or third car. I might keep the Porsche once I fix it up, but I do want to get another more practical car. I'm trying to get a Dodge Challenger. Not the newest Dodge Challenger, because I don't like that body style. I like the old body style, not the electrical car. So right now, if everyone's wondering what am I doing out here, I'm trying to make some extra cash, so I can spare on my hobby. I want to make some extra money for some VC today. I want to spend about $20, $30 on some VC. And I'm also trying to make money so I can fix the Porsche and get me a third car. I'm trying to get a Dodge Challenger. Hey, Winter Bear. No, Winter Bear, I was just commenting on the comment that you left just because I didn't want to have to reply and leave you such a long comment. I just wanted to be able to reply back to it and just address the comment you left. So this way people didn't think I was out here being a 2K slave and dedicating and devoting like all my time and life to the game. I'm out here dedicating and devoting my time and life to the hustle, to money. Because like everyone else in the world, we all have to work to buy and anything in life and earn anything you want in life. At least that's what my father taught me. And as a man, you got to go to work to buy the things you want in life. And I was just clarifying that because I don't want anyone to think I'm a 2K slave. I'm more a slave to consumerism than anything. And I got really bad spending habits, and I like to buy a lot of things, and I like to spend money on a lot of things. If you guys go to my YouTube shorts, you see that I'm constantly showing off things that I buy, whether it be a basketball court, a pair of sneakers, you know. Just the other day, I bought the Air Jordan 6 metallic gold pinnacles. Those sneakers cost me $600. You know, the other day, this summer, I bought the Air Jordan 8 Doran Beckers. They cost me $1,000 for those sneakers. So I'm a slave to consumerism just like anyone else, and I'm a slave to money. And in real life, if you want to buy things, you can't buy with virtual currency. You can't buy with MTC. So that's why I think those kind of things are a waste of time and a waste of life. And it shows 2K that you're dedicated and devoting your life to them and making virtual currency instead of going out there and making real life currency. That's the only reason. But if you're, again, Winter, I don't know your age. I don't know anything about you, so I didn't mention you. I didn't say anything about you or try to depict you in a bad light or talk negatively about you. You could be, for all I know, you could be a 15-year-old kid and you have all the time in the world to sit at home and grind it out for MT and VC because mom and dad are taking care of you as they should be at this age, and they're paying your bills and you're financially secure. But as an adult, you know, everybody has to work and get out here to buy the things they find enjoyable in life, or buy the things they find, you know, that bring them pleasure in life and family. What's good, Corey? How's it going, Corey? What's good, FOMO? Oh, and what's good, Heat Vike? Oh no, Heat Vike, I'm just using this old phone right now. I'm using like an old phone, and I got a heat hotspot, but for some reason the weather in Orlando's been really bad the last few days. And when the weather's pretty bad, I know you're trying to take a shot at me like, hey, go get don't you have $10 to go buy a hotspot or something? But usually it works good just tethering it from my phone. I got a hotspot on my phone because I do have the new Samsung Galaxy. I have the newest Samsung Galaxy. It's just that sometimes the weather breaks up the Wi-Fi, and I don't get a good connection to from tethering my phone to the old phone. And I'm using my old phone. It's my older Galaxy. I think it's like from like 4 or 5 years ago. So the hotspot really isn't connecting as good as it should be. But I've got a brand new Samsung Galaxy. You know, my hotspot on that phone is perfectly fine. It's just that I'm kind of out in the boonies, and sometimes the weather kind of distorts stuff. But I'm glad to see you here, Heat Vike. You're always more than welcome to hang out with the community and chat, as long as you keep it positive, and you're always welcomed. I'm never going to be negative towards anyone. I'm never going to discourage anyone from hanging out with us and being a part of the 2K family. So I'm glad you're here. But I didn't mention you by name or anything today. I didn't post up any sort of thumbnail on you. As long as you're not talking about me and there's nothing for me to address, I don't have to talk about you at all. But I'm not gonna not welcome you in as a part of the 2K family, because anyone that's putting out content on 2K is always gonna be welcomed in my community. In my books, they're a good dude. You know, they're over here being positive and supportive of the game and the community. And anyone that's a part of my team community, I'm always gonna welcome them in. You know, I'm always going to show them some love, because they're over here pushing a hobby, a community that's small and is kind of dying out a little bit. So we need all the people that we can get. My team, all the people that it can get that is gonna be willing to support the culture, support the, talk about the hobby, bring it to light in a positive way, and keep it trending. You know, where like nowadays the game is so good. Game is not a top 10 game. I don't even think my team is a top 20 game anymore. So we got to get it back to its glory days where it used to be a top 5 game and it was trending and people were talking about it and loving it and being positive and supportive about it. So whenever somebody that support the community, like Keep VIKE, if they want to come into the chat, they're more than welcome. I've got AT&T, and I don't know. And also, it's been real stormy here. We're heading into the rainy season, and it's heading into the hurricane season. As you can see, there's a lot of clouds in the sky. And anytime it heads into the rainy season and into the hurricane season, the internet always tends to act up. So, but I'll try to take care of that. I'll go home tonight and I'll look into a hotspot. It's just that, to be honest, once I get home, I get real lazy about things. The only thing I want to do is, when I get home, is eat dinner and then jump on the sticks all night and stream with my community. That's pretty much all I want to do once I get home, is just eat, shower up, and then hang out with the community. And just stream the game. The second I get home, the last thing I want to think about is, you know, anything work related. But I should get it because this would help me stream better and make better videos for the community. I'm in a real nice neighborhood right now. 790. I just can't find the door number. It should be somewhere like right around here. No, it's definitely not this way. And guys, this is about as difficult as the job gets, is me getting out of the car and then having to walk, which I don't mind because, you know, it's pretty much the exercise that I get for the day, you know, and I love walking around. No, it's definitely not over here. And it's really not difficult to get out of the car, hold a bag of food, and then drop it off. This is as difficult as it gets when you can't find the house number. Besides that, the job is pretty easy and pretty simple. But I don't mind walking around because at least I get some sort of exercise throughout the day and I'm not just sitting there in front of a screen, being a chud, playing too much 2K. I save that kind of activity for the nighttime when my day is all done. Okay, let's go around this building or this, I think these are townhomes. Yeah, they look like townhomes. And see if I'll be able to find the door number in the front, because from the back I didn't find it. But guys, I also want to add that last night I was streaming from about, I think I started streaming like at 2 or 3. And I was streaming until like, I think it was like 6 a.m. And I had a great night on the game. I won 10 games out of 11. I won the first 8 games in a row. Oh, I won the first 8 games in a row, and I only lost 1 game, which was game number 9 I had lost. And it was a really close game. I was just kind of tired and worn out by that point. And I couldn't get it to 10 in a row like I usually do, but it was pretty close. I won the first 8 games in a row, and it was another fun night. So, and I also picked up PG-13 last night. I sniped them for 97,000 MT. I don't know if that's considered a real snipe, but the fact that I was able to get PG-13 for less than 100K, I'm going to say it was a bit of a snipe. Okay. At least for me, I felt like it was a bit of a snipe. I didn't feel like I overpaid. 97,000 for PG-13. Hold on, guys. I gotta just... But at this stage, Winner Bear, a card for 100,000 MT, like a GOAT card for 100,000 or less, I don't think that's overpaying. Like at this stage of the game, who cares how much you spend on a card? The game is done. MT is valueless. The cards are valueless. They're all cheap as fuck to buy. It doesn't matter if you spend 15,000 or 30,000 getting, like, for example, a GOAT Clyde Drexler. It doesn't matter. And the MT is so easy to make, and you only need so little to get another GOAT. So it doesn't really matter if you overpay a little bit nowadays. You'll be able to recuperate that MT in a couple of games, and you can now get a GOAT card for anywhere from 15,000 to 100,000 MT. It doesn't matter if you overpay a little bit. I've got the whole GOAT collection. What does it matter? I've got every elite GOAT card in the GOAT collection. I got this. Now I'm just picking up players that I kind of want. I just thought it was a good price. I thought I got it for a good price. I can't be proud of that, Winnabear. I thought I got it for a decent price. That's all. I can't be proud of getting a card. Should I be upset? There's no reason to be upset about it. I finally got a card that I had been looking forward to getting, and I got him for less than 100K. I thought it was a really good deal and a really good price. I thought to me, it was a steal of a price. I felt like I pulled a robbery. I'm pretty sure if you go to the auction house right now, every PG-13 is gonna be 100,000 or more. And I'm pretty sure if you go to 2K auction house and you check out his last 4 to 5 sales, they're all gonna be maybe 100,000 or more, or around that price. So if I got him for 97,000, I feel like I pulled a robbery. I felt like I got a good deal. So I'm real happy that I got PG-13. Oh, yeah, I've had every GOAT card in my, well, I've been running with the GOAT card since. Well, then maybe I did overpay for it a little bit. It all good. It's only 20,000. I think you get like 2,000 or 2 or 3,000 MT for every showdown win. So that doesn't take too long to recuperate. But it doesn't bother me if I overpaid by 20,000 MT. That's nothing. I don't even need any more MT because I've already got every card I want. So there's only one card left that I would like to get, and that's Magic Johnson, the Invincible Magic Johnson. Besides that, there's no other cards that I want. So I really don't have any sort of luster for the MT right now. The MT's already played its part in the game. I already made use of it. I already got what I needed. I have no more use for MT because I got every single player that I want. So I really don't need the MT, and I really don't care about the MT anymore. It's practically worthless. But my card that I do want to get is Magic Johnson. I do want to get that card. I have to say that I'm really looking forward to getting that card. He's not as good as the 100 Magic. We just got another trip for 849. He's not as good as the other Magic Johnson, the 100 Magic. That Magic Johnson, his jump shot is 1 second quicker, or 0.1 second quicker off of the no dip, and 0.2 seconds quicker off of the regular release. So the 100 Magic, especially if you have them all badged out, I want to say he's just as good as the Invincible and the GOAT Magic, if not better, because his jump shot is better, faster. And to me, the Brandon Ingram upper really fits Magic Johnson more than the other two uppers they gave him. I think for the Invincible and the GOAT, he's got the Baluba upper, and I think the Brandon Ingram upper fit him much better, in my opinion. Magic Johnson was one of my favorite cards of the year because of his shooting, and I really did like that card this year. I ran with it for a long time, and up until the end of season 8, I was still putting him back into the lineup with the GOATs. I was mixing him in with the GOAT cards because he was in with them. He had height, he played defense, and he had a great jumper. a good budget card and you don't want to spend so much, you know, the 100 Magic is a great card. Badged out for like maybe 15-20,000. So I want to pick up the Invincible Magic, but then after that, it's sad to say that I really don't need any other cards. I wouldn't mind getting Goat LaMelo Ball. Goat LaMelo Ball at 6'7" looks really good out there. But I also wouldn't mind getting some cards like David Robinson, Shaq, and Alonzo Mourning, because I like that era of basketball players. I like that era of centers from that era. I think they were like all from the 90s. And so I wouldn't mind having those 3 players in the collection. But would I honestly play Alonzo Mourning, Patrick Ewing, and David Robinson over the team, anyone on Team A and Team B? No. What I want to do now is I want to build a 3rd GOAT squad, just to run with some new players and see some new faces on the courts. I want to make a 3rd GOAT squad that has like a lot of A, B, and C tier players that are still good. And just because they're A or B or C tier players and not S tier players doesn't mean that they're not some really good cards. Just because they're not the best of the best doesn't mean, like, you know, Shaq isn't any good or David Robinson isn't any good. Those cards are still really good elite cards that I could easily still win with. I can go into battle with Shaq, Patrick Ewing, David Robinson, Akeem, and Alonzo Mourning and still dominate Showdown. So I think it'd be fun to do, you know, get some wins in Showdown, dominate Showdown, and do it with some different faces and have some fun with some different players. Yeah, FOMO, I'm sure he's still here lurking. It's okay, FOMO. We're not here to make Heat Vike feel unwelcomed or tell him how much we hate him or be negative towards him or anything. That's not community, and I don't want anyone to stoop to that level. So we're not going to sit here and attack, though he's constantly being aggressive and attacking people within the community. That kind of behavior with that kind of over with some kindness, shower him with kindness, show him some love, some respect and some manners while he's in our chat. I'm not going to be disrespectful or show him any disrespect. The type of community that I'm trying to grow, I'm just trying to have everyone in the 2K community be positive towards each other. So if Heat Vike wants to be in here, if Winter Bear wants, I know that's Heat Vike's boy. We're not going to show them any disrespect or anything. Welcome them in, shower them with kindness and love, and try to win them over like that. And maybe Heat Vike will then finally get the message, get the picture, and maybe then he'll turn a different, you know, he'll turn to a different page in his book, and he'll maybe we'll get the positive Heat Vike that we all fell in love with when he first came out. Maybe we'll get the guy that was positive about the game and positive about the community and supportive of the community, and maybe we'll get him to turn cheek, and we'll see a new different Heat Vike if we just show him. You know, they always say in the good book, and we all know which good book I'm talking about. They always say, treat others as you want to be treated. So let's just treat Heat Vike the way we would want him to treat us, and maybe he'll get the picture and he'll finally, you know, he'll learn some manners and be polite and respectful towards others. Winter Bear, I'm not dragging anything out, my friend. For me, I thought things were solved and crushed when on my 4-hour live stream. Afterwards, Heat Vike made a 2-hour stream. That's basically a movie. Movies are 2 hours long. He made a 2-hour movie on me, Heat Vike. He made a 2-hour video, which is, I'm gonna call it a movie now. He made a 2-hour movie on me. I guess it was a documentary or something. Then he made another video where he spoke about sniping diamond sneakers, but that wasn't the real purpose, the real reason behind that video. It was to then talk about me for the last 30 minutes of that hour video. I think he spoke about me for 30 to 40 minutes in that video, and he spoke about what he was claiming was the main reason for the video was how to snipe diamond shoes and make millions of MT off of them, even though he never made millions of MT off of snipe diamond shoes. I don't see the millions in his account. That was just a ruse. That was just a disguise for the main purpose of that video, which was to talk about me in the back half of that video for a good 30 to 40 minutes. Then he made a third video where he talked about me and Ty Debo. Then yesterday, I replied back to all 4 of those videos. So if you want to say, I want to see how long you're going to drag this out, you should be saying that to your boyfriend, Heat Vike. And you should be saying, hey, Heat Vike, how long are you going to drag this out? Because after that stream, where everyone thought you hashed everything out, like, you know, 2 men hatching things out, because it was a 4-hour stream and we did play 3 games and we did over PlayStation Party, you would think that after that 4-hour stream, and he said everything was hatched out, that there wouldn't be a need to drag things out and make 3 more videos. So I'm not dragging things out, Winter Bear. It's your boy Heat Vike dragging things out. So if he makes 3 videos about me, I did a stream, then I gotta reply back to those 3 videos. Because as a man, I can't allow this guy to try to punk out just because he's like a little girl and he wants to get the last word in. So no. And today I didn't mention his name, and I wasn't gonna mention his name. You're now coming in here saying, I want to see how long you're gonna drag this out. I'm over here saying nothing but positive stuff. So I'm not just here to defend Heat Vike and see how long I'm gonna drag this out. But in actuality, if you stop being delusional for a second, you'll be able to realize that it's your boy Heat Vike dragging it. I can't drag things out if I make one stream, 1 4-hour stream, and then he goes and he makes 3 videos on me afterwards. That's dragging it out. When you make a 2-hour movie about someone after you just got done hatching things out, that's dragging things out. When you go into your YouTube comments and you write a novel like you're Stephen King, that's dragging things out. So I'm not trying to get Matthew Winter Bear, because I'm always trying to stay positive, as I was earlier today throughout this whole life. And I'm just trying to clear the air and clarify things. I'm not dragging things out, Heat Vike. It's your boy. I mean, Winter Bear, it's your boy Heat Vike doing it. So, if he didn't want to drag things out just for views, he would have not made 3 more videos about me after the live stream. He would have not wrote a novel about me. So he's obviously desperately seeking my attention. And if he needs the attention that bad, I'm going to have to address the 3 videos and the novel that he wrote about me. He made a 2-hour movie about me and then wrote a novel. But Winter Bear, I'm not up in my feelings. I can kill out. I wasn't talking about Heat Vike at all today until you brought it up. I was just out there addressing your comment that you left me in the comment section. I wasn't addressing Heat Vike. I was just addressing the comment left in the comment section. So this way people don't think and they know the actual truth instead of fabricated lies from you or from Heat Vike and his community. So instead of letting these fake fabricated lies float around, if somebody's going to leave me a comment like that in my comment section, I'm going to have to clear things up and clear the air up. So if you want to try to depict me as a person that's out here working for VC, I'm going to have to tell you, no, I'm not out here working for VC. I'm out here working on my 3rd car. I'm out here working to get a new Dodge Challenger on top of the Porsche that I have, on top of the Toyota Camry that I have, that I all own. So that's what I'm out here doing. You know, but I'm not going to let Heat Vike and his community try to convince people that, hey, Indie2K is some broke as a joke person. This poor scum has to go out there and work for VC. That's a laughable joke. I own Louis Vuitton bags that cost more than some people's rents, some people's mortgage. I got an Air Jordan sneaker collection that I got to keep up. That's worth more than some people's rent and some people's mortgage. So I'm not going to let comments like that slide. And if I got to make a video that addresses it, I'll have to make a video that addresses it. Now, as far as Heat Vike goes, as long as he doesn't say anything to me about me, I don't have to make a stream commenting and addressing that. But like I said, after that live stream where I thought me and Heat Vike hashed things out, he goes and makes 3 more videos about me, one of which was a movie, a 2-hour movie. I could watch Lord of the Rings in that 2-hour frame. So if you're going to do that, I'm not gonna just sit there, bend over, take it in the ass, and allow you to spread dirt on my name and depict me in a bad light when none of it is factual. It's all absolute fabricated lies. Oh, Winter Bear, you can go check out my YouTube shorts. I show off my Jordan collection all the time. I show off my Louis Vuitton bags all the time. I even think I did a YouTube short where I showed the Porsche off in the garage. So if you think I'm lying, you could go check that out. I also show off my 5-bedroom house that's over 2,000 square feet with a half an acre worth of land every day when I take off for this video. And I own the house rent-free, mortgage-free. I own my cars. So if you think that I'm lying about that, there's no reason to lie about that. If it wasn't the truth, I wouldn't be bringing it up, because I keep everything 100, unlike VIKE and his community, who just want to fabricate bullshit lies and stories. It's pathetic. So if you want, you can go check out my YouTube shorts. I show off my whole Jordan collection. I show off my Louis bags. I show off my outfits. I show off my Rolex collection. I also have a Rolex collection. I have to admit that out of the 4 watches, one of them did break, the band. I made it too tight and it popped, and I got to get it fixed. But the other ones are perfectly fine. I got 4 of them. Are they the most expensive Rolex? No. The most expensive one I have was worth $10,000, and maybe now it's worth anywhere from 5 to 10. But I could show them off for you. I could bring them on camera. I could do a stream on them if you want. But there's nothing to lie about. If I didn't have these things, if I didn't own these things, I wouldn't be able to talk about these things. Okay, the Rolex could be fake. My house that is 2,000 square feet with no rent and no mortgage, that's not fake. And to sit here and try to discuss that, it's ridiculous.
Can you pick up a name?
Yes.
G-R? Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, the Rolexes, I guess, could be fake, but the house definitely isn't fake. The Porsche 928 in my garage isn't fake. My Louis Vuitton bags, I don't know. I guess you could say whatever you want to say, Winter Bear. I'm sure you're here to support, your boy VIKE. So, but it is what it is. If you could believe whatever you want to believe, I'm not going to stop you from believing what you want to believe. But matter of fact, let me just show you my real bummy sneakers real quick. Oh, so much hate. Guys, hold on. Let me just show off. I just realized I have something I can show off that's he's going to say is fake. But I'm here on my Air Jordan 1 off-whites. They're worth about $2,000 to $5,000 in this condition. When I started wearing my Air Jordan 1 off-whites, I forgot the name of the designer. He wasn't dead, but during COVID, he passed away from COVID, and the sneakers went up in value. I had already started wearing them. Here are my Air Jordan 1 off-whites. These sneakers are like about $2,000 to $5,000, and I wear them as my everyday sneakers, my everyday wearers. Those are my Air Jordan 1 off-whites. No G? Okay. Those are my everyday sneakers. I call them my everyday sneakers. My sneakers that I wear every single day. And they're a pair of sneakers that most people would just put away in their collection and never touch. And I use them as my everyday sneakers. So, I don't know. I think I'm doing pretty well in life. Here's my 2023 Toyota Camry. I guess this is also fake, Winter Bear, and it's also paid off. $30,000 car. We paid it off in 3 years. Oh yeah, Winter Bear, you could say whatever you want and tell yourself whatever you want. Let me tell you, all of my Rolexes are fake. All of my sneakers must be fake. And all of my Louis bags, they're all fake too. And my 2,000 square foot house with a half an acre worth of land around it, it's also fake. This Toyota Camry's fake. My Porsche 928 in the driveway, in the garage is fake. It's all fake. Winner Bear. Tell yourself whatever you got to say to make yourself feel better about your life. But I'm feeling pretty damn good about my life. I'm living my best life, and I'm having a great time with my life. I'm able to provide my son with the best things in life. So I'm glad you think all of those things are fake. Delusional. Can we say delusional? Can we say haterade? Can we say somebody's drinking that haterade? I love it when Heat Vikes boys come in here and they want to hate. What are you going to hate? How are you going to make me feel bad about life? You guys are wasting your time and your life being 2K slaves, making 450,000 virtual currency a week. You're too busy making VC, being a slave to 2K, taking a week out of your life to earn 450,000 VC virtual currency to go rip a box. While I come out here, I work, I make that cash, I make that money, I make that flow, I hustle. I can go home and buy other things besides just that Hall of Fame box that I want. Come on, Winter, man. Come on, stop hating, Winter. Who is screaming like a maniac? What are you talking about? Who is screaming, my man? And I'm just telling him, oh my God, my dude, you must be a little too sensitive. I could tell you, you're either Heat Vike, this is either a Heat Vike burner account, and this is Heat Vike that I'm arguing with, or this is one of Heat Vike's boyfriends, and they're just here to stick up for him. Which, like I said, guys, I've been nothing but positive towards Heat Vike and Winner Bear. I welcome them both in. Winner Bear and Heat Vike have done nothing but try to take stabs at me and try to be negative and try to get me upset. But you can't get me upset because I'm living my best life. Nothing you say or do will bother me. You are, I don't want to say anyone is beneath anyone, but this negativity is beneath me. It doesn't bother me. None of it. If I didn't own real estate in Heat Vike's mind, if I didn't take up all of that real estate and live rent-free in Heat Vike's mind, he would have 10 videos about me. He would have not just made a movie about me. He just put out a 2-hour movie on me. And you're telling me I'm letting someone else? You should give this advice to your boy Heat Vike. Everything you say, you should be saying to Heat Vike, but you're trying to twist words around and you're trying to change the narrative. All of this shit you're saying applies to Heat Vike. I'm not out there making 10 videos on Heat Vike. I'm not out there making 2-hour movies on Heat Vike. I'm only out here replying to Heat Vike's nonsense when he makes a video about me and I have to reply to it. Because I'm not going to let some little pussy punk me out. I'm not going to let some little bitch ass try to get the last word on me. So you can say whatever you want. A real man works. A real man doesn't just sit there like a chud playing fucking 24 hours of my career to get virtual currency. You only do that because you're a broke boy and you can afford to spend the money on the game. That's what the fuck it is. All of you free, no money spent kids that can't fucking afford the game. It's because you're a bunch of broke ass bitches that can't afford the game. Go get a job. Go get a side hustle. Make some money. Then you'll be able to not only afford the game, but you'll be able to afford the finer things in life. Like a pair of Air Jordan 1 Off-Whites. Come on. Come on. Come on. These are my everyday sneakers that I wear every day. And they're like $2,000 sneakers just in the condition I'm rocking them in. You don't got no $2,000 shoes on your feet. Come on, man. Get for real, Winter Bear. You can try to go pocket watch and pocket count somewhere else, but you ain't getting me upset. You and Heat Vike don't own any real estate in my mind, but I own that property in Heat Vike's mind. I own all of that rent, all of that property. I live rent free in Heat Vike's mind. Winter Bear, I don't work. This is my work. I don't have a job. Jobs like Uber Eats, DoorDash, that is my job. I've been retired since. Thank you so much. I have been retired for over 10, 15 years. I can't even remember the last time I went to a real job. Okay? I have my money. I own my house. My house is rent-free, mortgage-free. There's nothing to pay in my house except for the bills and HOA fees. Okay? I own this car. Okay? I haven't worked a real job in fucking forever because I haven't had any need to work a real job. I've been retired for years. That's how much money I've got in the bank. But at the same time, you still have to work. You still have to earn a living. You still have to get out the house. And if you want to maintain the money you've got in the bank saved up, you got to make more money. You got to put more money in to keep saving and stacking up that money. You got to invest that money into other things. So, yeah, I'm out here because I don't want to take out of my savings. I don't want to take out of my money. I'd rather come out here and just earn the money like a real man does and earn a living. Earn a real hard day's worth of living and earn the things I want to buy. I don't have to just dip into my money all the time. That money is meant for the Porsche. That money is meant to fix up the house when something breaks down. This summer, my AC unit broke down. I had to spend $10,000 to get the new AC unit. Are you going to tell me I bought a fake AC unit now? Get the fuck out of here. Come on, man. Stop being a chump. My dude, you got to make money to maintain your money. I don't want to get a real job. I don't have the need for a real job. I've been jobless for over 10 years. This is what I do to make extra income to keep the other money stacked up and growing. Keep the other money secure while I'm investing it into other things. This year I also plan on buying a house. I mean, come on, Winter Bear. Nothing you say is gonna faze me, man. I got too much money to be fazed by someone like you. It just doesn't bother me. And if you want, I can give you the whole MTV tour of my house. I can show you the 5 bedrooms. I can show you the half an acre worth of land around my house. I can show you the Porsche that's in the garage. I've got it all. I can show you the sneaker collection. Come on, man. I can show you the Louis bags. Winter Bear, I've already posted videos. If you go to my YouTube shorts, just this when the New York Knicks won, I wore my Air Jordan 8 Doran Beckers, $1,000 sneakers in the video. I wore my Louis Vuitton bag in the video, which was, that bag was $4,000. And then I had a New York Knicks outfit that was probably worth about $300. So go check it out. It's on my YouTube shorts. You know, you can see everything. I show off a lot of stuff. My dude, I own comic books that are probably worth more than your rent. I got Walking Dead issue 1. It's a $4,000 comic book that I just bought. It's worth more than your fucking rent and your mortgage. Like, what are we talking about here, Winter Bear? Like, this is a joke now. And if you want to see videos on it, I'll make videos on it for you, Winter Bear. I love proving a point. Oh, I know. I'll do all of that for you, Winter Bear. I'll get right on top of it. I'll get right on top of it because you said so, Winter Bear. I'm going to jump just to prove it to you. Yeah, I'm going to jump. What a joke. Yeah, I'll bring all the receipts too, Winter Bear. I mean, I love to prove people wrong, so I'm going to do it. But I don't have any receipts for things that I bought 10 years ago, Winter Bear. Just to let you know. I don't have receipts for the Air Jordans that I bought, 8 years ago. I don't have receipts for the Louis Vuitton bag. I don't plan on returning my shit. I keep my shit. I don't ever plan on returning stuff. Winter, if you don't mind me asking, what do you do for a living? Where do you live? Are you a renter or do you own a home? Do you even own your own car? Do you own the car? Or are you still making payments on it? What do you do? Lakeland? My in-laws used to live in Lakeland. Lakeland is a really ghetto hood part of Florida. We moved them out of there, and me and my wife helped them get a house in Auburndale, Florida, which is a lot nicer and up-and-coming county in Florida. But Lakeland, Florida is the ghetto, is the hood. Like I said, my mother-in-law used to live there about 8 years ago, and 8 years ago we helped her get a house, and she's now living in Auburndale near a huge lake. I'm actually jealous of the lake that she's got because you can do a lot of fishing there. But yeah, Winter Bear, I'm glad you came here because it gives me stuff to talk about. And like I said, I always love proving a point. But yeah, if you want any sort of proof about the stuff I have, you can just go check out my YouTube shorts. Over there, I show off things like my sneakers. I'm pretty sure I've done like 3 or 4 sneaker videos. Over there, I show off stuff like my comic book collection. Over there, I do stuff like, you know, showing off my basketball cards. So you can go check out my YouTube shorts if you like, but I don't have anything to prove to people like you. That's for sure. There's nothing to prove. Like I said, I don't even know you from a hole in the wall. You and Heat Vike are strangers. But the thing is I own so much property in Heat Vike's mind. I own all of that real estate. And I live there rent-free, mortgage-free in Heat Vike's mind. That's what I do. And it's affecting him and his community. You guys are getting really rather mad and sad about it. I guess you guys didn't like the ass whooping I gave your boy, you know, to all the Heat Vike boyfriends. I guess they didn't like the ass whooping that I gave their boyfriend Heat Vike. The guy played like a complete fucking idiot. I had never seen anyone play the game so badly. But Heat Vike doesn't make it about the game. He turns it into this TMZ trash gossip content. And he doesn't ever talk about the game because he cannot play the game. He doesn't know a thing about the game. He plays the game like a child. Like a 2-year-old to 4-year-old child would play the game. That was his skill set. Whatever you want to say, Winter Bear, everything is fake. Wait, I don't care about you beating him at all. That being said, if he's so bad, how did he beat you? He beat me one game by 2 points in a mode that I've never played before. And then the very next game, I beat him in his own mode. That seems pretty dominating to me if I won 2 out of the 3 games. He won 1 game by 1 bucket. And he said it was his mode. What are you talking about, Winter Bear? You're making yourself look foolish, and you're making your boyfriend Heat Vike look like a fool. Why are you gonna come here and make your boyfriend look like a fool? Don't make your boyfriend look so foolish. Come on. Don't make your boyfriend look like a fool. He was a scrub dub. He stunk in the game. He was stanky stank. He needs to jump in the tub and scrub the scrubber dub off. Scrub the scrubber dub off. Scrub the stankiness off. But there's no reason to talk about it. I'm not gonna talk negatively about Heat Vike. It's not worth it because he's just not a rival of mine. He's not in my league. He's not on my level. You know, he's not a comp player. You know, I gotta start playing people like JC2K and Ty Debo. You know, if you play Heat Vike, you're just gonna become trash like Heat Vike. You're gonna think, hey, I just beat somebody. Heat Vike is nothing to brag about. He was trash. On a scale of 1 to 10, his skill level was a 2. That was it. You know, he got me the first game. I never played triple threat. It caught me off guard. But he's absolute trash. And his community, like Winter Bear, is pretty trashy also. Even though I try to be nothing but nice to Winter Bear, and I've tried to be respectful and polite to him, and be positive towards him. He wants to come in here with this nonsense. Well, now you finally pressed enough buttons and you got me pissed off, Winter Bear. But it doesn't matter. I'm really not pissed off because I'm laughable. I'm at the pissed off where I'm laughing at you because it's so laughable that you want to say the $2,000 sneakers that I'm wearing on my feet right now, they're fake. My Rolex collection, fake. My Louis Vuitton collection, fake. My house, 2,000 square feet, a half an acre worth of land. My house is fake. My $30,000 Toyota Corolla that's paid off, fake. My Porsche 928 in the driveway, also fake. That makes a lot of sense. It makes you look so foolish that you're that ignorant and that delusional. It's gotta hurt you so bad. I don't know what Heat Vike is to you, if he's your favorite content creator or if he's your boyfriend. But it must hurt you so bad the way I crushed Heat Vike like he was a fucking fly on a fucking lion's back. I'm the lion. Heat Vike was the pest. He was the fly. He was the nuisance. Okay? Your boy Heat Vike is Drake, and I'm Kendrick Lamar. That's how bad I destroyed him. You know how bad Kendrick Lamar destroyed Drake? He destroyed his whole career. That's how bad I destroyed him on the courts. So I'm glad that I own that much real estate. I'm glad I own all the property in your mind and in Heat Vike's mind. I live there rent-free. But my dude, you don't bother me at one bit. You can say whatever. I'm not here even deleting your content, your comments. Obviously, Winter Bear, your boyfriend Winter Bear cared. He wanted to ask, he wanted to say things. So it obviously looked like he cared. He like, you know what no one cares about? Your fucking trash content where you just talk about the people in the community. Where you're constantly talking about JC2K, Ty Debo, and DBG like you want to suck them fucking off. You talk about those men so much it's like you want to suck their dicks off. You have made 10 videos about me. What the fuck? That is some gay homo shit. You want to make a 2-hour video? I mean, that's not a 2-hour video. That's a movie. What do you want, a date? You want me to take you out on a date? Do you want to suck Ty Debo off? You want to glaze and slobber on that knob? Because it looks so gay. And I've never had to make content like this before where I have to sit here and talk about another man. But Heat Vike is perfectly fine with talking about other men within the community. He'll swing from dick to dick, talking about every guy in this community. 1 minute he's talking about DBG. Then he swings on to the next dick and he's talking about JC2K. Then he swings on to my big old fat dick and he's talking about Indie. And then he swings over to Ty and he's talking about Ty. Man, dude, if you want their attention that bad, you've got it. You got it. If that's what you want to Heat Vike, it's so fucking gay. It's so obsessive and compulsive. I think you have fucking a disorder. You're borderline stalker. That's what it is. You're paparazzi. You're a borderline stalker. And it looked like your boyfriend Winter Bear wanted to know because he's out here thinking that I work for VC. I'm working for the way everybody else has to go out there and work and earn a living. I'm working to buy myself the finer things in life. Me and my family like to eat good. We like steak and lobster. Okay? We like to eat crab. We like to go out to eat. We like to go on vacations. We like to hit up the theme parks. My son wants me to buy him Robux every damn day if it was up to him. So just like in life, the way you have to buy anything else, you have to buy them by earning a living, not by being a fucking chud sitting there for 24 hours a week grinding out my career to buy some fake virtual currency like you're a child. Get out of here, bum. Whatever you want to say, Heat Vike. Oh, the thing is that Winter Beer, I've already made $200 a day doing regular Uber. So when I jump on Uber Eats, this is the money that I'm gonna go home and spend most likely on my team. This is the money that I'm gonna probably before I go home, I'll go and get something to eat. I'll go to Whataburgers or I'll go to Five Guys and I'll get myself a nice expensive hamburger for the night. This is the money that I make so I can spend cash and not feel bad about taking out of my savings or taking away from bills or anything. I don't know what is it to you, what is it any of your business, but as long as I'm living good, I'm living good, my family's living good, my kid is living good, we're all eating good, we all have shelter above our heads, we own a 5-bedroom house. And also guys, it's not one of those bummy 5-bedroom house. If you want to look it up on I forgot the name of the website where you go and you check how much a house is worth, but if you guys need, I'll shoot you my address. You can look up my house and you can see how much it's worth. But I wouldn't give you guys any of my address because you guys are a bunch of stalkers. But right now my house is sitting at $500K. So I don't know if you care that much. I'm glad you care, Winter Bear, so this way I can address the situation and clear the air and clarify things. But yeah, I'm gonna go out here today. I'm gonna probably make 40 to 60 bucks. I'm gonna put gas in the car because I've been using the car a lot today and I gotta gas it up. I'm gonna go grab something to eat, some Five Guys, some Whataburgers, something good. I'm gonna go and probably buy like maybe a nice little bottle of Jack Daniel's honey whiskey or I'm gonna buy myself some Crown Royal. When I go home, I'm gonna twist the fattest joint of the finest weed that I bought from the finest dispensaries, and then afterwards I'm gonna spend maybe 30, 40, 50 bucks on the game. Because I made the spare cash that allows me to do that. I've got the money to do it. I put in the hard work, and I earned my money and earned the right to be able to do that. Because now I've got the extra cash. Get out of here, Bear. You and Heat Vike wouldn't know what it's like to earn not even a decent day's worth of living, not even a decent day's worth of hard work. All you fucking chuds want to do is sit in front of that game, stare at the screen, break down gold event pieces, and fucking play my career for 40 hours a week to make 450,000 virtual currency. If that's what you want to be, you go and be a bum, fucking losers. Out here trying to bring somebody down because they're out here working and making a living. That is such a new low point for Heat Vike and his community. And I'm so glad that Heat Vike shows everyone in this community how fucking low he's willing to stoop for views on YouTube. That's why there's so many people that actually use the word Heat Vike, I hate you. Heat Vike, I hate you and your content. I avoid it like the plague. Heat Vike, your content is bullshit. I'm glad nobody ain't saying that shit to me. It make me feel kind of upset, I guess. And that's why you and your boyfriend are so damn upset. But I can care less. I can care less. Oh, he like, I'm sorry if the audio is out, man. I'm just driving around and like I said, I might not be getting the best reception out here because it is rainy and it is hurricane season. Or we're going into the hurricane season. But it's all good. You guys can try to say whatever you want to say. It can't bother me because no broke ass bitches that can't even afford a GOAT Hall of Fame option box can ever faze me. You guys don't even have enough money to buy a GOAT Hall of Fame box. You guys got to go to grind out my career for 20, 40 hours a week like it's your part-time job. You guys have to go do that just to get something out of the game. I just go to work and I make the money. I just go into my bank account and I got the money. It's called earning a living, you bum-ass losers. Stop being chuds. Stop living in your mom's basement. Go get a car. Go get a girlfriend. Go own a house. Buy some property. Own some real estate. Invest into the stock market. Right now, guys, I own $6,000 worth of AT&T stocks that are just chilling. I got another $4,000 in Apple stocks. The reason why I don't have more money in Apple stocks is because Apple stocks cost more money, and I spent a lot investing into AT&T stocks. But go do something like that with your life. Don't sit there and grind out the game for 40 hours a week for virtual currency. That's for kids, guys. Grow up and stop being kids. Stop being immature kids talking about people. It's fucking ridiculous. What up, GG? Seems like he's projecting. No, Heat Vike, I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. I'm the one that made 10 videos on you. I'm the one that made a 2-hour movie on you. I'm the one that's constantly talking about the people in the community. I'm the bad guy, Heat Vike. I'm the bad guy. You're Batman, I'm the Joker. Okay, hold on. I gotta find this door. Building 8. Okay, this is building 7. Building 8 has gotta be the next one. And guys, for Winter Bear, who doesn't know what a hard day's worth of work is, Winter Bear wants to tell you that going to a restaurant, picking up the food, putting the food in your car, sitting back in your car, and then getting out of your car, he classifies that as hard work. Waiting on DoorDash? Here you go, my man. You have a good night. Yeah. He classifies this as hard work. If you think that this is the definition of hard work, then you're sadly, you don't know what hard work is then. And you've probably never worked a day in your life if you think this is hard work. Hard work is out there being doing construction. Hard work is out there, you know, trying to save people's lives and being a brain surgeon. This is easy work, man. I don't believe it's a waste of time because I'm out here working anyways. I'm out here making money anyways. If I have the extra spare cash, I can do whatever I want with it. Why does another grown man feel like he's got to tell another grown man what he could do with his money and count his pockets? If I have the money and it doesn't hurt me, it doesn't faze me, and it doesn't hurt my financial situation, and it doesn't hurt my family's well-being, if my family's still eating good and they're provided for and they've got a 5-bedroom house to live in, and we own multiple cars, my kid is in private school, I don't know. I just don't know. Like, what else can... I think it's okay if I spare some cash. I don't want to be glued to the screen like a big fat chud in my mom's basement working and over there grinding out fucking my team coins and virtual VC currency so I can finally get something in the game that I want. Oh, look, 2K, I worked for 40 hours this week. I dedicated and devoted my whole life to you, and staying in front of the screen and just staring at the auction house, I now maybe have enough MT for the player I want. That's for fucking kids. No one would rather do that than just give the money and pay for it. That's delusional. So if you want to sit there and do that like a child, sit at the fucking... Stay in front of that screen, stare at the auction house all day, grind out my career for 40 hours a week just so you can afford to buy something in the game. But I'm going to be able to afford to buy things in the game, and I'm also going to be able to afford to buy the finer things in life. Like my Air Jordan 1 Off-Whites. Come on. My sneakers cost more than your rent. I'm walking on $3,000 worth of sneakers right now. $5,000 worth of sneakers. Come on, man. You can afford the game if you can't afford it. Winter, Bear, I'm not even your comments anymore. I'm out here, you know, hustling. I'm not even reading your comments because they're just full of negativity and they're laughable. None of it even makes sense, and it's not worth a... I don't know, Ronald, because Heat Vike now wants to drag it on, and now one of Heat Vike's boyfriends, you know, little boyfriends, his minions, want to come in here and defend him because I whipped his ass so badly in the game. I'm just trying to catch up on the chat. Winter Bear. I don't know if that's a different person or if it's just Heat Vike's burner account, but to me, it's either Heat... I've never seen a guy defend another guy as much as Winter Bear is defending Heat Vike. So it's either A, his boyfriend, or somebody that has like a little crush on Heat Vike, or it's Heat Vike under his burner account because it sounds just like Heat Vike. Like only Heat Vike would say these things to defend himself. Another grown-ass man isn't going to care this much about another grown-ass man unless he's gay and he wants that dick. I'm only talking about Heat Vike. That's the only person I'm talking about because he keeps talking about me in his videos, so I have to address it. And Heat Vike, just to let you know, it seems like your boyfriend Winter Bear and Billy the Goat cared about my financial situation. It seems like they care about what I own and what I don't own and what I have and how much money I have to spend on the game and how I get the money and how I make the... So it seems like you guys do care. It seems like I own a lot of real estate in your guys' mind. And I live in your guys' mind. I own all of that property rent-free and mortgage-free. I don't got to pay for it. That's how much time you guys have invested into thinking about me, that I own it. I own that property in your mind. All right, guys, let's get back to worky work. GG, now they want to judge you if you go to work and you earn a living and you actually make your money. They say that it's better to stay at home and to make virtual currency. I'm sorry, I can't support my family on virtual currency. I can't support my kid on virtual currency. I have to come out here just like anyone else and work to maintain my savings and not spend it, and not for not to go and become a waste of money. All of that money I've invested and all that money I've saved and up, for that to not disappear, I have to maintain that money in the bank and have to grow and get bigger. To do that, you have to go to work and earn a living to make money. I don't know what these idiots don't get. But if I don't go to work, then I'm going to spend all of my savings. That's the last thing I want to happen. So you got to go to work to maintain your savings, to make your savings grow bigger, so your life can get bigger and you could do bigger things in life and better things in life, instead of just sitting there working the MT method and doing the VC method for 20 to 40 hours a week. I'm not going to be a fat chud and a loser and fucking be a mindless fucking 2K slave zombie like Heat Vike and Winner Bear over here. So if Winner and Heat Vike want to be a chud and they want to fucking play 40 hours of my career just to make 450,000 VC, let them cuddle up and do their fucking gay thing together. The 2K community, and that's another thing. We went from having such a good community, Ronald and GG. We had people like Ant Live, Gaming Dad, Josh 2K, ISO, 007, Shake and Bake. We had so many good people in our community before. Just a year ago, we had Big D the Guru, and now all we got left is fucking garbage ass Vike and his TMZ trap fucking content. That's all we have left now is this fucking slop, this garbage. It's fucking so sad that the mighty community went from having such good people in the community to fucking garbage like this. They'd rather tell people in the community, hey, don't go to work, just sit here and become a slave to 2K and grind out 450,000 VC in a mode you don't like to play. Go play my career for 40 hours a week. Do this mindless thing that I call the MT method and break down go-to vent pieces for 3 hours. Fucking those 3 hours, you could tell somebody, go earn some real life money. You could do more than just buy things out of the game with it. Ronald, no one ever heard of Heat Vike. No one heard of Heat Vike until he started talking about everyone in the community. He was a really small content creator that wasn't getting any attention whatsoever. He was, at first, he was really positive about the game and real positive and supportive about the community. But when he saw that the positivity wasn't working out for him and he wasn't getting any recognition for it, and that was only working for Big D the Guru, him, you know, being positive on his channel, he decided to go the opposite route. And he started talking about DBG. He started talking about JC. He started talking about Ty Debo. He started talking about me. And when he realized that being negative and toxic got him the attention that he desperately wanted because he's a narcissist, he was like, hey, this is getting me the attention I want. This is getting my channel views. I don't have to work hard to get my channel to blow up. And I don't have to earn it the way other smaller content creators have earned it throughout the years. I remember somebody like Stizzo used to have like 4 people in his live stream. Now he's got 121 people in his live stream. But it took him a year or 2 to get that kind of recognition, that kind of appreciation from the My Team community. Heat Vike was like, no, I don't want to take a year to get recognized. I don't want to have to earn my spot. I don't want to have to earn my spot within the community. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just talk about people. I'm going to rant about them and talk about them negatively. And they're going to have us pay attention to me. They're going to be forced to pay attention to me because every other video I make is about fucking me attacking your favorite streamer. It's me attacking content creator. So Heat Vike does one video on the market, and they're always real stupid, obvious videos. He's always just stating the obvious in the, like as if we don't know how to make MT in this game or fucking snipe. But he'll go make a video that he's claiming is for the community where it's just about the auction house or sniping. But then 3 videos after that, it's all about DBG, JC, Ty Debo, and myself. So he puts out one video of, I guess what you want to call original content, and then 3 videos afterwards are followed up by him talking about people in the community. So if VIKE just didn't talk about me, I wouldn't have no reason to make these videos, Ronald, and I'd be just like you. I wouldn't know who the fuck VIKE was, and I wouldn't know about his weird ass community, because his community is from the Warlow community. He is a part of the Warlow community, and even Carlo would tell you, hey, my community is weird as fuck, and VIKE is the leader of the weird as fuck community. That's why they're obsessive. That's why they're compulsive. That's why they're constantly talking about other people. And these are guys that don't even play the game. VIKE doesn't know how to play the game. He can't play the game. He is not good enough to play this game. So when you can't make content on the game, you have to resort to talking about something else. So he talks about people that do play the game and that know how to play the game and they're skillful in the game. He can't talk about himself being skillful in the game because he can't play the game. He doesn't know how to play the game. He sucks at the game. That's his problem. I wish he did know how to play the game. Maybe he'd be able to talk about the actual game instead of talking about the people in the game. But it's all good. If VIKE wins a bear, which I think is, we all know what a bear is in the gay community, right? We all know what a bear is. That's VIKE's winter bear, if you know what I mean, guys. That's his little cuddly bear. So we're not just messing with regular people here. We're messing with like some weirdos, some freaks. That's his little winter bear. You guys know what I mean? You know what a bear is in the gay community, right? That's what winter bear is. He's VIKE's winter bear. Why do you think he has that name? So it doesn't bother me because I know everything that VIKE is saying is all fabricated lies. And even my community knows that VIKE is full of bullshit. That's why 65 out of the 67 comments in his video, where he made a 2-hour video about me, is all people from my community coming to my rescue, defending me and sticking up for me and telling VIKE, hey, your content is TMZ trash. Your content is bullshit. I avoid your content like the plague. When he didn't like those comments, he wanted to turn around and tell people that's Indie2K on burner accounts. He's lost in comics. He's FOMO. He's Ball Hog. He's Marcus Wagner. Keep being delusional, VIKE, and keep telling yourself whatever you got to tell yourself. That's your coping mechanism. I know, I'm just streaming because I'm having fun with it, and I'm out here working on it, but I do appreciate the advice. I do appreciate it that, you know, you're trying to keep me away from this negativity and toxicity. It doesn't really bother me or faze me. It's not bothering me one bit or phasing me. If VIKE and Winter Bear want to be in here and be fans and give my channel views and give my channel watch time monetized hours, go for it. You're more than welcome in here, VIKE. You're more than welcome to hang out, Winter Bear. And you guys are always going to be welcomed within my community, especially if you guys want it. And since you guys are subscribers and you guys want to be in my chat and be fanboys, it's perfectly fine. I find VIKE being so stalkerish very cute and adorable. It's flattering that VIKE wants to stalk me so much. Is it a little bit obsessive? Is it a little bit compulsive? Is it a little bit weird? Yes. It's very stalkerish. It's very paparazzi-like. But it doesn't bother me one bit if he wants to come in here and be a fanboy. Look at Winter Bear. He wants to talk about my son now. He has reached such a low that he wants to talk about my 8-year-old son. Winter Bear, if you think that makes me look bad or hurts my feelings, it makes you look like an idiot. It makes you look like a weirdo. My dude, what you say about me and my son is never gonna faze me. I know I'm a great dad and I've supported everything for my boy. My boy's living the best life. But if that's what you gotta say and you gotta reach new lows, it's no problem. I understand you're mad that I beat your boyfriend, Heat Vike. I know you're mad at that. I know you're sad about it. I know it hurts you and affects you deeply that I beat down your boyfriend. But I really believe this is just Heat Vike on a burner account. And then he'll try to flip it and say, Indie has the burner accounts. Because he twists everything around because he's a liar. And then Winter Bear, I can care less what you have to say. And now Winter Bear, hold on. And since you have reached new lows and you want to talk about an 8-year-old child, and Winter Bear, I know since you're gay, you probably don't believe in a higher power or, any sort of God. But believe me, when you do despicable stuff like that, despicable people like you end up in hell. So good luck over there when it's time for you to judge your creator. But for now, Winter Bear, I think I've given your voice enough recognition on this channel. Bye-bye, Winter Bear. You're out of here. Heat Vike, my son is 8 years old, and I know you want to try to say that my son has a YouTube account. My son is not on YouTube ever, and he's on YouTube as little as possible. My 8-year-old son doesn't have a YouTube account. Just today, we had somebody in this chat named Elijah something. Just because I called my son Elijah Gaming, because we had to come up for a nickname for him while we were streaming Roblox, doesn't mean that he's Elijah Gaming on YouTube. It doesn't mean that he's Indie2K, and it doesn't mean he was the guy from earlier today, and I forgot what his name was, but it was Elijah something. And I had to warn him, and I had to tell him, hey, with the name Elijah something, Heat Vike will attack you, and he will try to say that you're my son. Good try, Heat Vike, but my 8-year-old son doesn't have a YouTube channel. My 8-year-old son isn't on YouTube that much. Good try, though. And it's really sad, Heat Vike, that you gotta reach new lows of talking about someone's son. God forgive you. Oh, I know, Heat Vike. I know. It's so soft. What would be not soft? What's cool, Heat Vike, is to come in here and talk about someone's 8-year-old son. I'm just glad you're making a fool of yourself. And anytime you want to talk trash, I'll just sit here and I'll continue talking trash about you. You're so broke that you got to give 40 hours of your life just to get VC. You're so broke you got to grind out this game to make 70 million MT because you have a damn pack addict that wants nothing to do but be a degenerate gambler and rip packs on this game because you can't play the game because you suck dick at the game. And you're so desperate for attention that you'll swing from Ty Debo's dick to JC's dick to DBG's dick to my dick. As long as it gets you some attention, you don't care if it's negative attention, you don't care if people hate you, you're just like, hey, I gotta get those views no matter what dick I gotta swing from. And you'll just swing from dick to dick talking about everyone in the community. Congratulations being that loser. He sounds so ignorant, and I'm glad that I'm able to sit here and expose his ignorance because I can't wait for more people to see how ignorant he is and how ignorant his community is, that they're willing to stoop so low and talk about an 8-year-old child. And they're willing to stoop to such lows and say, this 8-year-old child has a YouTube channel and he's in my comment section making, my dude, my kid is 8 years old. He's in third grade. He's busy with school, not leaving you comments in your comment section. No one cares about that. No one cares about you, Heat Vike. You're not that important. You're not important at all. You're only important to you and your boyfriends like it's a bear, your little teddy bear. Heat Vike, all you gotta do is stop talking about me and I would stop making these live streams about you. But after we did the 4-hour live stream where we thought we hatched things out, or I thought we hatched things out like men, you went and made a 2-hour movie on me. You then went and made another video, a second video that was 40 minutes. And then you went and made another 10-minute video where you spoke about me and Ty Debo. And you now have a total of 10 videos made on me. And you think I'm not gonna address that? My dude, if we would have, I thought if we had to crush things on that 4-hour stream, there would be no reason for you to go the very next day and make a 2-hour movie on me. The very next week, make another video on me for 30 or 40 minutes. The very next 4 days later, make another video about me and Ty Debo. So I wouldn't be making these videos. I wouldn't be wasting my time on you because you have an absolute waste of time and a waste of breath, and so is your fucking channel. But I gotta waste my time and waste my breath on you because you keep making videos on me. I guarantee you, if you stop talking about me, you'll never see me talk about you. But what you want is more recognition because you're a narcissist and you need more attention. And that's why you get mad when people say, I never even knew who Heat VIKE was, Indie, until you put him on the map. Nobody knew who the fuck you were until you started your fake, fabricated beef. Heat VIKE, if you want, you can leave anytime. You don't have to be here, Heat VIKE. You don't. I'm going to take a smoke break, guys. You don't have to be here, Heat VIKE. No one's forcing you and your boyfriend to be here. No one's forcing you and Winter Bear to be here. But if you want to be here, I'm not going to be rude. I'm not going to be disrespectful. My parents raised me with manners and how to be polite to other people. The Bible taught me, treat others the way you want to be treated. So I'm not going to be rude and disrespectful. I'm not going to stoop to new lows and talk about your family. I don't know if you have a family, if you have any kids, but I'm not going to stoop to lows like that. That's such disgusting, despicable behavior. It's weird, and it shows that there's something mentally wrong with you and Winter Bear if you're willing to stoop to new lows and drag in someone's 8-year-old child into a YouTube 2K beef that you're fabricating yourself. It's so weird. Look at that. Look at, even GG says you're a useless clout chaser. Is this the way you want people to think about you? Is this the way you want people to feel about you? Is this how you want your YouTube legacy to go down? Are you willing to be so disrespected and have so many people in the community hate your fucking ass just to get views? That's low, man. That's a low point. That is so low that that's what you got to do for views, that you don't mind that people are talking so much trash about you. It's got to affect you mentally that so many strangers are willing to say they fucking hate you. They avoid your channel like the plague. They think you're bullshit. I mean, it's got to... I know me, it would maybe bother me after so much of this, but you continue making videos about people. You want to make videos on Ty Debo and his thumbnails. Aren't we the 2K My Team community? Don't we all play hoops? Is this community about basketball or is it about thumbnails? What the fuck is he talking about, guys? It's so weird that he's this obsessive about thumbnails. He's been talking about thumbnails now for a year, not about the game. He's been talking about thumbnails. Yeah, how many times even in the beginning, if you guys go to all of the videos where he talks about me, I'm the first person to leave a comment in his videos, Ronald, and I leave the best, most positive and supportive comment out there. I'm the first person in his comment section with positivity and there to support him. He turns that around, he'll twist that around, and he'll fucking spin it into another negative video. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. I just don't. It doesn't make any sense. And I think it's just a weird, like, disorder. Like, he's just so obsessive and compulsive and delusional. He doesn't even know right from wrong. His parents didn't raise him and teach him what's right from wrong, obviously. And then he doesn't even talk about the game. We never hear him talk about the game. It's always about this fucking trash-ass TMZ content. Heat VIKE, I'm not doing this for likes, my dude. I'm not a content creator. I'm a streamer. I get fucking 300 to 400 views every fucking stream. And all I gotta do is spark up the stream. I don't gotta sit there and fucking edit videos and fabricate content the way you make fabricated content where you're just constantly talking about people. People show up just to watch me play the game, to play the actual game, because we're channels that cover the game, not cover the people that play the game. That's what you're doing. You're just trash talking the people that actually play the game because you can't play the game. You don't know how to play the game. You suck at the game. So you have no other option but to talk about the people in the game. All I gotta do is turn my PlayStation on and people come and watch me play the game. That's all I gotta do. I don't need to fabricate content and make up lies for people to come and watch me. They'll come and watch me just to watch me play the game. So I'm glad you're all about your likes with you and your 1,000 subscribers. I'm glad you're patting yourself on the back with your 1,000 subscribers and your likes. But I'm just doing this as a hobby. You're not gonna become the next Troy Dan. You're not the next DBG. You're not the next JC2K. You're not the next Ty Debo. You're not even Carlo. You're not making money off of this shit. What are you making? 100, 200 bucks a month? I make about 150 a month off of this shit. It's just some extra side money. It's just some hustle money. Like, I don't get your point. What do those likes do for you in life? What do they do for you? Nothing. No, they don't do nothing for you when everybody in this community hates your guts. Alright guys, I gotta get back to work, make some money. I want to make about maybe $20, $30 more and then I'm done. Where did my lighter go? So, I don't know. I guess maybe those likes are really important to you, Heat Vike, but they really don't mean much. I get paid the same either way. And I don't know, it just doesn't, it's nothing important to me. I'm glad they're so important to you, but I'm pretty sure a lot of my videos usually get, all of my streams usually get 20 to 25 likes. And if that's what you gotta brag about, Heat Vike, that's all you got are your likes. It doesn't sound like you have many friends in the community. It doesn't really sound like you have many people that like you, period. They are blinded by guarantee. I don't even know what you're trying to say anymore, Heat Vike. But Heat Vike, I'm kind of done with it. I'm kind of done with talking about you. It's a real waste of time. We are on YouTube. That's what matters. I guess if that's what matters to you, Heat Vike, I'm gonna make $150 each month off of YouTube, whether I get likes or not. And I don't think you make any more than $150 to $200. And you're never gonna be on that Troy Dan or Ty Debo level. You're never gonna be on that DBG or JC2K level. What does it matter? I'm glad you got some likes. I doubt you'll be around in the next year or two. I doubt you'll be around in the next year or two. So, once you realize that you got to put in so much work editing these videos to not make much money, you'll be gone just like everyone else. But I'm glad you're enjoying your likes. This is, they make such a big, since they mean so much to you. But if you go and check out all my live streams, they all have like 20 likes on them. All right, guys, I just got an order, so we got to go pick up some food. Man, I would feel really bad if all I had in my life were the likes on comments and videos. It's just, and like I said, this YouTube and my team is just a hobby. It's just a hobby. I'm not. If you're so delusional that you think you're gonna be next Troy Dan, Or you think you're gonna be the next Ty Debo? Or it's not happening. You don't even play the game. How can you be the next Ty Debo? You fucking suck at the game, Heat Vike. You stink. Last night I had a 10-game win streak on the on Showdown. There was 25 people watching me at 5 a.m. going a 10-game win streak on Showdown. You can't even get a 2-game win streak on Showdown. What are people gonna do? Sit around and watch you lose at the game? Sit around and watch you stink at the game? You absolutely suck at the game. You stink at the game. What form of entertainment could you provide when it comes to the game? The only form of entertainment you provide is by talking about people that play the game. By talking about me, Ty Debo, JC2K, and DBG. That's all you are. That's all you do. Because you can't do anything else because you don't play the game because you suck. What are you gonna do? Stream your losing in Showdown? Oh, guys, I'm back. My bad. I accidentally did hit the mute button. Hold on, guys. It sucks because now I'm gonna have to basically repeat everything I just said the last 5 minutes. But my order's not even ready yet. What I was gonna say, guys, is that I'm not gonna address Heat Vike anymore or stoop to his level. This guy now wants to attack my 8-year-old son. If you gotta stoop to new lows like that, if you gotta stoop down to that kind of level, I don't want to have anything at all to do with you, because I don't want any of that kind of negativity in my life, period. Even though it doesn't bother me, I just don't want it around me, or I don't want to hear about it. And if you got to stoop to news lows like that, and you don't care if people hate you, if they say that your channel's bullshit, if they avoid you like the plague, if that's the kind of legacy you want to leave on YouTube, then that's the kind of legacy and you want to build for yourself, and that's how you want to get views and subscribers and likes, because you're that desperate for them, because you're a narcissist and you need the attention. If you got to do all of that to get attention and get views and get likes, then you go do it. But as long as you leave my name out of your videos, I'm not going to sit over here and have to make live streams about you to call you out on your bullshit. Because not only am I seeing through it, now the community is seeing through it, and they don't like it, and they don't appreciate it, and they're not going to stand for it. And just like earlier in the year where DBG and Ty Debo ripped them a new asshole, and they say, hey, you're nothing but a degenerate gambler. That's all you are. You're a degenerate gambler. He doesn't play the game. He can't beat the computer on domination. He doesn't play any 5v5. He doesn't play showdown or king of the court or team up. He can't help you go get a park streak. He can't carry you to some wins. All he does is play the breakout board. And the only reason why he plays the breakout board is the easiest way and the quickest way to get MT, so he can constantly repeat the cycle over and over of ripping packs. And he says that he used to suffer from drug addiction, Heat Vike. And all he did was he traded in his drug addiction. I don't know if he's a crackhead or if he was a meth head, but he traded in one sort of addiction, which was drug addiction, and he traded that in to become an addicted gambler and a degenerate gambler, because all he wants to do is repeat this obsessive, compulsive cycle of grinding out 18,000 MT, going into the pack market, ripping packs until he gets a player, and not to keep the player, not to make a team around the player or compete with that player, just to sell him back into the auction house, get MT so he can go back to ripping packs and continuing that cycle. And as you can see by his behavior and his personality, Heat Vike was already showing you that he's weird, he's obsessive, he's compulsive. He's obsessive and compulsive when it comes to me, JC2K, Ty Debo, and DBG. He's obsessive and compulsive when it comes to MT. He says that he's made 70 million MT this year grinding out the game. Who the fuck spends that much time on the game? That's some loser shit to say that, oh, I spent enough time on the game where I grinded out 70 million MT. And you don't have nothing to show for it. You didn't double your MT. You don't got more MT saved and stacked up in your account. You got no good players. You got nothing from the exchange event player-wise. You never were able to build a team so you can compete, and you don't play the game. So your whole purpose is just to continue this degenerate gambler cycle of just constantly ripping packs so you can get that endorphin rush that you miss from the drugs you used to do. From the drugs that you left behind because you had such a major addiction problem. So I understand that you're missing that endorphin rush that you used to get from drugs. But there's better ways of getting an endorphin rush. Go exercise, get out the house, go to a gym, run some laps. You'll get the same endorphin rush. You don't have to just sit there and be a pack addict. You don't have to just sit there and be a degenerate gambler and just constantly ripping packs in hopes that you can get a card, pull a card that's worth MT so you can continue ripping packs and continuing that cycle. That's called being a degenerate gambler, and that's exactly what DBG and Ty Debo called you. And that's all you are. You're just a loser. So if that's your lane, stick in your lane. I don't want anything to do with you and your weird community. You and your little winter bear boyfriend. Because you guys, we all know what a bear means in the gay community. That's his little winter bear that he likes to, you know, snuggle and cuddle wuggle with during the winter to keep him warm. Him and Winter Bear, they like to snuggle wuggle and cuddle wuggle. And, you know, they probably do like some naked hugs type of stuff where they're just cuddling with each other. And he gets his little winter bear to keep him warm. So I don't need you and your weird community. I'd rather you guys just stay out of my community and not bother us with your negativity and your toxicity.
Order for Eddie.
Oh, he's like, it's funny because it's funny coming from you who's been talking about me, Ty Debo, DBG, and JC2K now for over a year now. Every other video you make is about us. Don't you think this, you should be saying that to yourself? It sounds real stupid that coming from you. You should take your own advice. Heat Vike, more like Heat Dyke. But I assure you, Heat Vike, if you stop talking about everyone in the community, we're all gonna stop talking about you. Everyone in the community is laughing up a storm at you. I've been in so many streams, so many chats. Carlos says you're not even his boy. He says, I don't even know who Heat Vike is. He made one video on where he was talking about the people in the community and he put you in the C tier and you've latched onto him like Carlo's your boy and you know him and you've associated with them. Carlo don't even want to claim you. You think Carlo gonna claim any of the weirdos in his community? He ain't even claiming you. Everyone's clowning on you and shit. DBG and Ty Debo clown on you on a regular. So if you want to talk about repeating yourself, the only person that's repeating themselves is you. Because every other video is about us. So I wonder when you're going to stop repeating yourself, Heat Vike, and take some of your own advice. Stop being compulsive, stop being obsessive, stop being a stalker. You know, maybe you can come up with some original content where you don't have to talk about the people in the game if you knew how to play the game. But I'm glad you're still here, Heat Vike. I'm glad you're, participating with the chat. I see you're interacting with the community for once. Heat Vike will never stream this game with the community. He's never going to team up with you at Park. He's never going to try to help you get a Park win or streak up or carry you to some wins. He can't do any of that. He can't help you get wins and team up. None of that. He can't even give you advice on how to beat domination. All he does is play the breakout board on Rookie. When he's done with the breakout board, he resets it, and then he starts over to make more MT so he can continue ripping packs like a little fucking pack addict. Because he traded in drugs for fucking packs. He went from drug addiction to pack addiction. So now all he wants to do is just rip packs all day and all night. Forget about work, he's going to earn MT. Forget about earning a living, he's going to earn VC. And he's going to rip them packs. Congratulations, Heat Vike. Way to live life. And guys, I didn't want it to get this ugly, but if you're going to talk about my 8-year-old son, now you got to take the gloves off. And if he wants to continue talking about my 8-year-old son, he can show everyone in the community how nasty he is. Look at Heat Vike, he's bringing the heat, attacking an 8-year-old child he doesn't know. Now he's talking about an 8-year-old kid that he doesn't know. That's so sad and pathetic. It really is sad and pathetic, Heat Vike. And you a little bitch for that. And the whole community already knows now you're a little bitch-ass pussy. You as bad as a pedophile that goes and fucking rapes kids. You want to talk about kids and depict an 8-year-old kid in a bad light in a negative way? You want to talk shit about little kids? Oh my God. They fucking, in jail, they probably beat someone's ass. They probably kill you in jail. They'll beat your ass from some shit like that in the streets. But this is what happens when you have somebody with no morals and no values. They'll stoop as low as to talking about kids just to get views, just to get streams, just to get likes. It's really sad, pathetic, and it's scary. It's weird. It's very weird. I don't know what's taking so long with the order, but I've been here for a while. I don't want to bother anyone, though.
Yo, he's here for an order. He's here for an... If you have an order...
Matthew?
Matthew.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. So, I'm going to end... not the stream. I'm going to just stop talking about Heat Vike in general. And I want to get back to talking about how much I love the game. Because I actually played the game. And like I said, guys, I've been really in love with the way 2K has ended the game and ended the cycle to this game. And they ended it on such a high note that I could tell in like the next 2 or 3 weeks, I'm going to be ready to move on to 2K27. I'm gonna want to start all over. I'm gonna feel like I got my money's worth out of the goats. I'm gonna feel like I had sufficient time with them and I had my fun and my run with them. And I may not be ready to spend money on the game as soon as it comes out because I don't like investing on cars that don't play at the end of the year. I don't like spending money on those slower cars that can't shoot. So I'm just gonna keep on loading my account with VC until Endgame comes along again, until the 100s drop and the Invincibles drop and the GOATs drop. And that's when I'll get back into like really playing the game. But I'll still be on the game throughout the year, grinding for some MT. I'm not gonna go grinding 70 million MT, but I'm gonna try to get back up to like 10 mil. Maybe at the end of the year, if you finish with 10, 12 mil, you have more than enough MT to get all the GOATs just like I do every year. And I'm gonna teach you guys how to save and stack up and how to get your accounts, you know, looking like mine, where at the end of the year, you're also sitting on 10 or 12 mil. Because if I'm gonna eat good, we're all gonna eat good. And I'm gonna teach everyone how to have 10 or 12 mil in their accounts by the end of the year. So this way, when the end game cards come out, like the 100s and the Invincibles and the GOATs, you're sitting on enough MT where you don't have to rip packs and you can just go buy the cards you want out of the auction house or rip packs until your little heart is content. But I do it every year and I'm gonna teach you guys and show you guys how to do it. Yeah, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Like, even if you're just able to save up and stack up 4 million MT, you'll be good. As long as you're not a degenerate pack addict that every time you get 18,000 MT, you go on and rip packs. At the end of the year, you should be fine with 4 million. Someone like VIKE, who's always constantly making videos on how to make millions of MT from sniping sneakers or how to make a million MT from MT methods. How can you make videos like that and you have no credentials behind it? Nothing to validate, you know, what you're saying, no proof. What is this proof that his account has 300,000 MT? When just us, the regular players, have 3 million MT, but this content creator wants to tell you how to make millions of MT in every single video so he can get views. It's all clickbait. The thumbnails are clickbait and the titles are clickbait titles. He tells you how to make millions of MT, but meanwhile, he doesn't have more than 300,000 MT in your account. So how can you advise everyone on how to make millions of MT when you yourself can never stack up more than 300,000? How can you even claim that you've ripped 70 million MT in packs? Math ain't mathin'. Something ain't adding up. Call a lot of bullshit here. A lot of stanky BS. So I think it's all just a bunch of, it's just a front. It's just all facade. It's just all bullshit. It's all phony stuff. Yeah, it does. It takes a lot of time. VIKE will tell you that time isn't precious, that you can just sit there and break down GOAT event pieces for 4 hours a night, because it does take about 3 to 4 hours to break down a GOAT event piece. It's not something you do in 1 or 2 hours, that's for sure. I did it all last year. VIKE will tell you, go grind my career for 40 hours a week. You can earn 450,000 VC virtual currency for video games just for my team. I say you can go to work, make $400 in that week, buy the damn box you want in less time than you're spending on that game being a slave and a mindless zombie slave where you got to dedicate and devote your life to 2K just to make virtual currency to buy things in the game. I can go out here in 4 hours and make the money I need just for the game. I can come out here and work 40 hours instead of working 40 hours of my career, make the money I need for the game and then some. So I'm not going to waste my life like that, and I'm not going to advise people to waste their lives like that. I think it'd be a sin if I told you to waste your life away by sitting in front of the screen and staring at it for 4 to 5 hours a day, not playing the game that you love to play, but instead of doing MT methods and VC methods that take hours and days. Very well said. But him and his mindless community, they don't go to work, and they're a bunch of bums and a bunch of chuds, and they think it's perfectly fine to sit there and be a pack addict, be a degenerate gambler, and they think it's perfectly fine to sit there and work as hard as you can for virtual currency and MT so you can get back to ripping packs and do more pack ripping on top of more. Never to build a team, never to compete, never to play the game, just to constantly work the auction house so it could feed your addiction. That's all he's doing. And he said that he used to have drug problems, drug addiction problems. Well, all you did, buddy, was you traded one addiction in for another addiction. So now instead of being addicted to crack and meth, you're now addicted to just ripping packs on a video game. That's like something kids should be hooked on, not an adult that has a job. I certainly don't have to sit there and grind the game for 40 hours a week and make it feel like a job instead of a game that I enjoy playing. I don't have to do that for 40 hours a week just to get the things I want in a game. I just buy them. What's going on here, man? I'm still waiting on this order from Steak and Shake. Exactly, Corey. Corey, I smoke weed too, and I still get other shit done besides just sitting there and playing video games all day. I know that we all love the game and we want to take the game seriously, and the game is very addictive. But as an adult, you gotta realize and say to yourself at one point, like, hey, I'm spending 40 hours a week playing this game for fake kitty virtual currency. I gotta do something better and something more with my life than just getting likes on YouTube and playing this game for 40 hours a week. Getting likes on YouTube ain't gonna fucking pay your bills. It ain't gonna buy you a house in real life. It ain't gonna buy you a car in real life. It's not gonna pay that house off or the car, getting them likes. So if you're happy in life with just being a pack addict and then making videos on it to get likes, if that's your life and that's what you want, go for it. But don't sit here and attack me and my son, or say things about an 8-year-old kid, or people that want to actually get out into the real world and get out of their basements or their houses and actually go work and earn a living. You know, why attack them for being good old Americans, working hard and earning a living and being productive, contributing parts of society? What is he? He's just a chud that sits in his mom's basement playing video games all day. If you got the time to do the VC method and the MT method, you're a chud. You're a loser. You're a bum. You stay in that house all day playing video games. I got other things to do. Oh, let me tell you, Corby, I used to have a pretty penny saved up before I started playing so much to my team. My peak was 32,000, but now I'm somewhere in the 20s. Not looking so good. But I'm gonna sell my Porsche. That should get me another 10 grand in the bank. And I've started selling my comic book collection and my basketball cards and all of my collectibles. And I'm sure that's gonna get me back up to where I'm accustomed to being at. Right now I'm in like the high 20s. But people that don't have money wouldn't understand that shit, Corey. They're gonna tell you, hey, you're spending on the game? Oh my God, I get this shit for free. I just stay on the game. I live on the game. And they think it's okay. They think it's normal because society has normalized being a bum and a loser and a chud. They've normalized that, hey, if you don't have much in life, as long as you get likes on a video, you're doing good. They've normalized not owning property, not owning a house, not paying your car off, not buying a new car. You know, they normalized buying used cars, being a renter, living in an apartment or a trailer. You know, they've taken out the pride of being a hardworking American and shit. Yo, what's good, FOMO? And that's what life has become. Is this generation's full of a bunch of bum-ass chud losers who think likes and earning virtual currency is more important than real life fucking money. It's crazy to see how backwards and how priorities are so different in today's society, with today's generation. But you're never gonna see me clowning anyone that works hard for their money, whether you're a construction worker, a doctor, a fireman, a policeman, or you're a fucking Uber person or Uber Eats. Money's money, green is green, paper is paper. It don't matter how you're making it, as long as you're making it. And I'm making it. You know, maybe if I didn't own a house, a $500,000 house, maybe if I didn't have money in stocks and bonds, maybe if I didn't have equity and property owned, maybe I'd be complaining in life. But you know, I'm doing pretty well. About to buy a third car, about to buy a Dodge Challenger. So I'm doing pretty good. Could be doing better though. Could always be doing better. I donate to cancer to my mom. Oh, Corby, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I didn't know that happened to your mom. Sorry to hear that, man. Can't. That's like. That's nothing to joke about or anything. Sorry to hear about that. And it's great that you're donating for cancer fundraisers and stuff like that, and foundations and shit. Yeah, pretty sad. My mom is still alive, but she's pretty old now, and I always fucking dread the idea, the thought of it, or the day that it's gonna happen or something like that. But I'm sorry to hear about your mom's passing. Yeah, that really makes Corey. That's another thing. You donating, funds to cancer relief and stuff like that. That not only shows how good of a person you are, but it shows how good of a person your mom raised. So it says a lot about you and the person that you actually are. And I'm glad I have people like you in my community that I consider a friend, not just an acquaintance. An actual friend that I could talk to, play some games with and have fun and, get away from the stresses of life. And just hang out with. So it shows that you're a good person, and just stay with always being the person that you are, and stick with being the good person and the positive person that you are. Don't let anyone drag you down to their level, no matter what they say. People like that wouldn't understand people like you and the heart that you have and the positivity that you have. They wouldn't get it. They wouldn't be able to get it. All they understand is negativity. What's going on with this order? Yeah, it's always good to have friends like Corey that, out here trying to cheer people up with positivity and stuff. To be honest, guys, I really don't get down any of this time. I'm always in a pretty positive mood. Even when VIKE is over here trying to drag me down, I got so much in life, so much that I've been blessed with, so much that I got to be happy for and show appreciation for. I can't dwell on the negative things in it. For me to dwell on someone like VIKE would be a joke, considering all that God has given me as blessings. My son alone is the biggest blessing in my life. So to let something like a VIKE and their little stupidity and ignorance and their little wannabe negativity to affect me, I need something far more tragic in life than VIKE trying to be negative and attacking me to bring me down. Something would have to happen to my family to bring me down. VIKE could never bring me down. I don't want to say he's beneath me, but he doesn't have anything that I would be envious or jealous of or want in my life. I wouldn't want his kind of negativity or toxicity in my life. So, for the most part, I'm always, really happy-go-lucky, real jolly person, real, positive. And I think it's great entertainment for my live streams. VIKE comes in here and he makes a complete fool of himself. Him and his little winter bear. And him and his little boyfriend. That would rather work for virtual currency than real life money. They make a fool of themselves, and it's great for entertainment. It keeps the people tuned in. So if that's what VIKE wants to do, he's more than welcome. He's more than welcome to be a fan and join the chat, join the community. I'm always going to welcome him in. I'm always going to be polite and respectful, as long as he's polite and respectful. But the second him and his boyfriend are going to come in here and attack my son and try to talk trash like I don't have a good financial situation, get the fuck out of here. That's a joke, man. Like, if I wasn't living this good, I wouldn't be able to afford a 5-bedroom house in Waterford Lakes, resort-style living, and afford the HOA fees, afford to pay off my cars if I wasn't already swimming in money like Scrooge McDuck. I wouldn't be able to just afford my life and my lifestyle DoorDash. I'm out here doing this because I'm making spare cash, and I'm chilling with the community, talking trash about VIKE. So I love when people try to bring me down, because it just doesn't bring me down. It doesn't work. I find it entertaining. I go along with it. People tell me, Indie, stop, kick these people off your channel. I just go along with it. I'll roll with it. If you want to continue making yourself look like a fool to the point where you got to stoop so low and talk about someone's 8-year-old son to try to get a reaction or try to win an argument, my dude, that's not, it doesn't make me look bad. It makes him look bad. So I'm glad that he comes over here and he does it to himself. He's a fan. I don't know what's going on with this order, but I've been here for like a good 7 minutes. I don't know why is it taking so long. But I'm just gonna wait because I got nothing else to do. I think I'm gonna be out here until about midnight, and then I'm gonna go home, eat, shower up, and then I'm gonna jump on the game from like midnight to like 6 in the morning, like I do every day. Because I actually play the game, and I'm actually, I want to say, pretty decent at the game. I don't know if you guys consider 250 plus wins of Showdown every season good or decent, but I feel like I'm just an average casual player, and just decent at the game. If VIKE couldn't beat me, there's no way he could ever beat anyone like a JC, a DBG, or a Ty Debo. Those guys have been in tournaments that they've won. He's absolute trash. But I feel like I'm a decent player, so if anybody wants to play some Park or play some Team Up or play me in Showdown, I really would prefer that. I love that. I'm always down to play you guys once I get home. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you, I don't even know if Winter Bear is any good at the game or he's just another one of those auctioneers. Just keep track of the auction house and just ripping packs to constantly flip cards in the auction house and get back to ripping packs. I'd play him. I don't give a fuck if he wins or loses. It doesn't bother me, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to whip his fucking ass in the game. But that's what VIKE wants. He wants me to play someone in his community that he thinks could beat me, that could stick up for him. He wants one of his boyfriends to come and defend his honor and, you know, play the games for him and defend him. As if like somebody that as if someone from your community beats me, that represents your channel. Get the fuck out of here. You're a loser in this game. He's too stupid to learn how to fucking play this game. And he says he's been on 2K26 my team since 2K20. And he's been on my team. And we're in 2K26, and he says that he still doesn't feel comfortable shooting threes. You gotta be a complete fucking idiot if you've been playing this game for 3 years and you want to go on air and tell people, I still don't feel comfortable shooting threes. That's why I didn't shoot any in the game. That's why I shot 1 for 3 in our matchup. How long does it take you to learn how to shoot threes? It doesn't take 6 years. Like, that's a special kind of slow. That's a little bit dirt. So, I don't know how many more years VIKE has got to play this game before he learns how to shoot some threes and make some threes. But it most certainly should not take you 6 years and you still can't shoot any threes. And you shouldn't use people from your community to fight your battles and say, hey, can you take him on and represent my channel and win the game for me? I'm going to take it as a win for me and my channel. We all came together and we all took down Indie2K. It only took 3 of us to beat him, 3 of us to play him and finally beat him, but we got somebody to do it. Oh my gosh, Corby. I always tell people that you're a Park legend and that you are one of the best shooters I ever... If people... There's always people asking me to run Park with them, and I always tell people, if it ain't Corby and it ain't Alpha, I ain't running Park because, A, I'm not that good of a Park player. I'm not going to be able to carry you to win. And I need Corby and Alpha to carry me to those wins and get me those dubs at the Park. And if it ain't Corby and it ain't Alpha, I'm not running because I'm most likely going to go out there and lose. And the only time I get some guaranteed wins out there is when I'm running with you guys. But I always tell people you're a Park legend. And that you're one of the best people to team up with, not only because of your skill, but because of the person you are and that you're not toxic. You're real easy to team up with and real easy to get along with. I just can't stand how this community got like all toxic, and we went from having such positive people in it, like Ant Live, like Gaming Dad, and now we end up with this garbage. Heat VIKE. Heat VIKE. It's terrible. And I've had enough of it, but like I said, I'm only gonna make this type of content when he drops content on me. If he's gonna sit out there and write a novel about me and my 8-year-old son, guess what? I'm gonna have to clap back. If you're gonna go out there and make 3 more videos after today's live stream, guess what? You're gonna get another live stream where I fucking talk about you. If you wanna continue being a little bitch ass pussy, I'm gonna have to treat you the way I treat bitch ass pussies. And how long does it take to get the order here? Guys, I've been here for so long just to get this order. It feels like it's not worth it. It is for $10, but it definitely doesn't feel like it's worth it if I gotta sit here this long. I could have moved on to like a bigger order. It's $10.97, but it's only 8 minutes away. And I don't mind. I get to sit here and chill and hang out with you guys and trash talk the trash. Yeah, I know. That's how I feel. 2 hours later, here's some cold food. And I got to get moving, to be honest. And what's shitty is nowadays, you go out to like a restaurant, it's not like back in the days where you used to get like good customer service. I grew up in a time where like you would expect good customer service when you like arrived at an establishment. You expected, to be greeted and served. Nowadays, you go into a restaurant, there's like zero customer service. I'm gonna try to see if I can get this order. Let me ask another person. Let me see if I can get any service anywhere. Excuse me. I've been here for like over 10 minutes waiting on Matthew S.
Let me see if I'm out. Yeah, okay.
Let's see if it gets made. Really bad service over here at this Steak and Shake. I should have been out of here by now. But like I said, I was just aiming to make like $40 to $60 today, and I'm pretty much there. This week I'm trying to come up with the extra loot to pull the Porsche out of the garage, start fixing that car up, and maybe rip some more packs tonight. I don't know. I haven't had too much luck with the packs.
I don't have the receipt, I'm sorry. Yo, can we get some flashes? Yeah.
You don't have this order?
No, that's